All right, tonight we're also following the latest developments in the continuing deportation fight involving Kilmar Abrego Garcia. Today, the government reaffirmed its intention to send him to Liberia as soon as this Friday. Thanks for joining us for News 4 at 6. I'm Sean Yancey.
I'm Jim Hadley. In a virtual federal court hearing today, Judge Paula Zinise was told the government will go through with the deportation despite Abrego's pending criminal case down in Tennessee.
Before that happens, though, the judge would have to lift an injunction that is now in place. News 4's Paul Wagner is live in our newsroom with the very latest on what happens next. Paul?
Well, this case is still very fluid at this hour, and a number of things can happen before Friday. ICE has not yet interviewed Abrego on whether he fears being sent to Liberia. That will happen tomorrow. The injunction Judge Zinise has in place prevents the government from deporting Abrego without 72-hour written notice. Now, in today's hearing, Abrego's attorney said if the injunction is lifted, he would appeal. Judge Paula Zinise held today's virtual hearing after the government filed a notice last Friday of its intention to send Kilmar Abrego Garcia to Liberia, a country in West Africa where the official language is English. In the government's filing on Friday, it said Liberia has agreed to accept Abrego. However, in today's hearing, Simon Sandoval-Moshenberg, Abrego's attorney, questioned whether Liberia could accept Abrego for a short period of time and then send him to his home country of El Salvador, where he says he fled gang violence when he was a teenager. When asked about the criminal case in Tennessee, where Abrego is facing human smuggling charges, Drew Ensign, the attorney representing the Trump administration, told Judge Zinise it would not be, quote, an impediment to deportation. A two-day hearing is scheduled for next week in Nashville on whether the indictment should be dismissed based on what Abrego's lawyers call vindictive prosecution. Kilmar Abrego Garcia was deported to El Salvador in March before the government admitted it was an administrative error. Abrego had a standing order of withholding of removal to that country that had been in place since 2019. Now, Abrego is currently being held at an ICE detention facility in Pennsylvania. Top officials of the Trump administration, including Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem, have repeatedly said Abrego will never again walk free in the United States. That's the latest from the newsroom. Now back into you.
All right, Paul Wagner. Paul, thank you.